91.129 talks about Class D airspace. Class D airspace sometimes has a satellite airport within the vertical boundaries of the Class D airspace. You must establish and maintain two-way radio communications with the ATC facility. Whether at the Class D airport or the satellite airport, it's important for pilots to establish and maintain communications. There are some additional requirements for IFR traffic or instrument flight rules traffic that don't apply to us VFR pilots. In addition to establishing and maintaining two-way radio communications when entering in Class D airspace to land, pilots are also required to establish and maintain two-way radio communications for any airport operations, such as taxiing or moving the helicopters from point A to point B on the airport surface. What does it mean to establish and maintain two-way radio communications? From a pilot perspective, we need to hear our call sign. For example, if I call up Class C Tower, Helicopter 503 Whiskies, 5 miles out, inbound at 2,000 feet. What I need to hear back is Helicopter 503 Whiskey or Helicopter 03 Whiskey. Either one of those meets the requirements for establishing two-way radio communication. If you hear helicopter calling, please stand by, versus Helicopter 503 Whiskey, you have not met the requirements to establish radio communications. For example, one time I was flying over Chicago and I was like trying to call up approach and let them know that I'd be operating just under their Class B airspace. And I was, it was hopping. It was a fast day, lots of air traffic coming in and out of Chicago O'Hare. And I finally got a break in traffic and I said, approach Helicopter 503 Whiskey inbound, aerial survey under Class Bravo, blah, 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 whatever altitude I was at. And then he responds, tells another aircraft to do something else, tells another aircraft to do something else, and finally says, helicopter calling, go away. So while technically we established two-way radio communication because he heard me and I heard him, he never acknowledged my tail number. So by the FAA's definition, we never established communications.